So this one's okay. So this is a 40e xDrive, and that's the plug. Okay, I see.
Pop right in.
Standard charges, right?
Comes with a standard charger that you plug into your wall of your house. That takes about 5 to 6 hours fully to charge. If you want, you have the option of getting the wall adapter.
I have that.
You have the
I actually have that.
For what vehicle? Like
Tesla P90D Ludicrous.
It's, oh my god.
Yeah.
Really? Come
Oh
on.
yeah.
Where is it? I'm driving. Honestly, I think this is your best buy for if you're going to Uber. It's a small 4-cylinder. All the electrics in the back, but you don't lose any kind of real space out of the trunk. It's about 2 inches total. So this is the 4-cylinder up front. As you can see, tiny compared to a normal motor. Let's hop around back real quick.
Okay. This is 7.
So,
I like that one.
Oh, I love the fucking 7.
That was
7 is
incredible.
like a beast. So
Oh, that's cool.
Essentially, you got the little pickup gate. You only lose about half an inch on the bottom and a half an inch on each side.
Gotcha.
And you also have the charger. This is the home charger, of course. Little book, and then a little hide area for anything else you want on the side.
One flat tires, no spare?
No spares.
They don't do spares anymore.
No one does spares on flats.
Okay.
Take this thing for a ride.
Yeah.
If you own a 3.5 X5, you're going to come back in and you're going to trade that thing right away into this thing. I was keeping up with 535s and 5 all day.
All right. Okay. Thanks. Bling. Bling. So this is the brand new plug-in hybrid, and it gives you 20 miles range. 20 miles range. This is my beautiful BMW hat that they gave me for participating. And I think the thing's actually on, because... Oh, no, it's not. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, let's put the... So this has a 20-mile range, unlike the Tesla Model S, which is all EV, and specifically for 300 miles range. And, okay. So this is the new electric plug-in hybrid BMW. BMW. Okay, so let me see if I go over here, turn around, so I'm gonna see how much power is this bad boy. And that's the i3. I would never buy that car because I just don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it looks at all. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna navigate my way out, and then I will go to reverse. Okay, you have to hold it and push. You can go to neutral without pushing the button, but you can't do it without pushing the button. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let me navigate. Okay, I was able to get out of those tight spaces. And now for the hybrid plug-in BMW Crossover. So basically, the steering feel is really, really light. I like this because it gives you more space. I can feel more space here for my legs than the that one series that I drove. So I definitely like this more. And once again, this gives you 20 miles of range, and obviously it has the electric motor assist, just like a lot of these new, because frankly the majority of these cars are going to have to go plug-in hybrid, simply because they're going to try to escape from dealing with these high gas taxes that are going on in Europe. And after the BMW everybody has diesels like Mercedes, Volkswagen, BMW, but the problem is diesels are going to get killed ultimately because of that Volkswagen scandal. And Mercedes told me, for instance, that the E-Class, they weren't going to be getting the diesel in anytime soon in our dealerships. But diesel gives you a lot of low-end torque, and when you have the turbo diesel, it spreads that torque out over the rev range. Now, electric motors give you instantaneous torque, which is something I showed you with the P90D Ludicrous, and that instantaneous torque makes it so that these cars are like monstrously lightning fast. So I think the future is going to be plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, but right now they're still trying to figure out the best way to package the batteries into these cars so that they can give you a car that's spacious and it's non-compromising. You know, because the problem with these cars up until now has been the compromise of space. But oh man, this thing's got some serious pickup. It's got some serious pickup. It's not a loud engine, but it's got some serious pickup. Very, very nice, very powerful. It's very nice. And yes, it is very nice and spacious. I'm sitting all the way back. I'm leaned back, luxury ride. Yes, I am. And I will say this, like, as much as I love SRT vehicles are fun, but they're wasteful, and you know, they waste the gas. But what I can say is these BMWs, these Mercedes, and I could say the same thing about Audi. I don't talk about Audi that much, even though you saw me do the Q7. But basically, with these German cars, these are really, really comfortable, because like the seat material and everything, and the back seat amenities, like the heated cooled seats for the front, you know, they're very, very comfortable cars. And that's the most important thing. They have to be comfortable. Let's see how fast I can get down this damn street. Because see, understand that 20-mile range is really the electric mode to assist the gas engine. It's not like a Tesla where this thing is pure electric and it's fast. Because I'll tell you, the base model Teslas have very, very good acceleration because they have instant torque, so they take right off, you know. But you know, most people, you're not really speeding in these things. These things are nice and quiet luxury rides, nice quiet luxury, you know. And I like this because, see, it's special. It's not like a regular gas engine. When you got electric drive, it makes the car more special. So when you're driving a car, it's like, you know, it feels like, yeah, this car has something that other cars just don't have. Okay, and then I got the panoramic sunroof, as you can see. So I can open that up so you can see out. Okay, it's got the locking. Okay, now I can see nature out there, but there's that boat thing on top. There's a carriage system on top, so you can't really see out. So there's almost no point in opening it. I just like to let that light in. I could put this thing in sport mode in a second. I'll put it in sport mode. But yeah, this is freaking nice. You know, now as far as all of the tech specifications, you know, of the electric motor and everything, just like the i3, just like the i8, you know, there are a lot of compromises that go into these vehicles because of the fact that they have the batteries. So I don't think I would ever buy one of these things certified pre-owned. If I was going to buy one of these cars, it would have to be brand new. And I would definitely lease it, because as time goes on, the technology improves. There's no way I would want to get stuck with any of these cars like this, these special gimmick cars. I wouldn't want to get stuck with one of these things for longer than, like, you know, 3 or 4 years. So leasing for like a 3-year or 4-year, or you know, or even longer if they have it, because usually the lease ends at like 3 years, 36 months. But I don't think I'd want to get stuck with one of these things. The technology constantly changes. Tesla, for instance, is currently lowering the price of the lease on the 70D in order to make it so that you can get into one if you're waiting for Model 3 and you happen to have enough money for them to get you into one. But me personally, I just wouldn't want to keep one of these cars. The technology changes, the interior design changes, the seat material changes. I like to be on the forefront of technology. I like to be on the forefront of luxury. Forefront of luxury. I can't be in the back. Got to be in the forefront of luxury. That's just who I am, you know, forefront of luxury. This is louder than the 7 Series. It's also a lot louder, as you noticed, in the S-Class. It's a little bit more busy. It's a little louder. It's not bad. I can't say it's bad, but it is a little bit noticeably louder. So, you know. Let me let this guy go. Okay, let this guy go. Okay. It's a little bit busier because you can hear that hum. If I'm nice and quiet, you can hear the humming but you know, tight turns. Yeah, I mean, I will say this: the steering wheel is really, really light. I don't know if that'll change if I put it into sport, but the steering wheel is really, really, really light. It's a really light steering wheel. Let me turn up a cooled seat. It's a very, very light steering wheel. Let me. I'm gonna make a little Facebook Live post for this car, but it's nice. Oh, in fact, you know what? No, I'll do that. I'll do that in a minute. I'd rather do that in a parking lot because this way I can open up the doors all wide and everything. So no, I'll keep going. It's nice. It's very nice. It's a typical BMW. Typical. It just happens to have the more advanced technology in it. It's very typical. It's very lovely. You know? You know, and as for the materials are soft in certain places, but really, the materials in here, I don't see much of a difference between the materials in here and the materials in a Jeep. Now, the cut, fit, and finish is definitely higher end, but the material quality, I'd almost say that it's damn near, if I was blindfolded and you put me on one of these things, I'd think that either I was in a Jeep or I think I was in a Maxima. Definitely like a Nissan. I would think that I was in either a Nissan or possibly a Japanese car, because the materials, I mean, they don't yield to the touch, but you know, it's nice. It's all put together very, very well. I don't know how this thing will look after 100,000 miles. Or then again, will any of these cars still be around? Because you know, when the style changes, all of a sudden certain types of models, you know, people don't want to drive those anymore. Because you think about it, crossovers are outselling sedans now, mostly because crossovers give you so much more space. Because like the way I'm sitting in this car, I sit in this car a little bit more with a better posture than I would sit in the 7 Series. But the thing about it is, over time, something might replace the crossover. We really don't know. But the crossover is so much smaller than the regular old SUV that now most people don't want a big SUV, and not unless they have a very big family. And then they prefer the SUV over a minivan, because minivans look effeminate and they don't want to look effeminate. They don't want to look like they're in a super mommy wagon hauling kids back and forth to Burger King. They don't want to look like that. They want to feel like they have power. They want to feel, women, small women especially, who drive these big ass cars, they want to feel like they can overpower anything else on the road. It's like empowerment. That's what it is. And me personally, I like having the space, but I don't need the size intimidation. Like a Hellcat Charger or say a Chrysler 300 SRT, I can be low to the ground, because the thing about it is, when I'm taking these turns and I'm burning out the tires and everything, I don't want my shit flipping over. So me personally, I prefer to be lower to the ground. You know, so some of these women love these big cars and they want to see over everybody, you know, especially if they're like shorter than 5 feet tall. So this is quite nice. And as for all the tech stuff, basically they actually did the right thing by putting this xDrive system in here and making it so that you don't really notice it. Because one of the problems is, if you put all this technology in these cars and they don't look like regular cars and they don't function like regular cars, a lot of people don't like that. And that's one of the reasons why the Tesla Model S has done so well. From the outside, it looks like a regular car. Drive it, it drives mostly like a regular car. And the electric functions like instantaneous torque and the fact that it doesn't creep, you can usually go into the computer and you can change that so that you can make it more like a regular car. But I'm gonna go in here. Oh, in fact, let me back up. Let me go back up because I want to go into this parking lot real quick. Do a Facebook Live video. Facebook, I wish there was a way to do YouTube Live, but the signal strength's not good enough. Okay. Signal strength's not good enough for that. Okay. It says charging power of level 1, 120 volt load, charge immediately, change setting, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'll look at all that later. You can read about that. I don't care about none of that. Let's see. Unlock. Okay, look at that. Nice space. It has like a little tailgate back there, which I already kind of showed you. Okay. I'm going to do a Facebook Live. So basically, this is their sensing system. So if I get too close to this truck right here, it radar senses it. Says, yeah, you're in the red, back up. So now I go into reverse. Okay, they give you a lot of information, so that's really good. Give you a lot of information there, which can basically help to make sure you don't hit any people who are walking behind your car. And I noticed on the 7 that if somebody gets near the car, what it'll do is it'll automatically go to the camera sensor, and it'll beep, and it will automatically show you where that person is using the 3D camera around the car. So that helps to make sure you don't run over children or anybody who might be playing near your car who you just didn't notice until the last minute. So all in all, it's like, hey, you could save money on gas in one of these. Now, granted, it's an expense. These are expensive cars when you start optioning them up, because the features that I would demand are automatically going to add like $10,000 to $15,000 onto one of these. But overall, it's a very, very impressive package. It doesn't scream electric car, but I guess they felt it doesn't really have to. So I'm very, very impressed with it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then they got the 5 GT there, but you know, I've pretty much already driven the best that they got. So I'm very, very, very satisfied.